Hello, Dr. Sanjay. Hi, good evening to you. Blueprinting module that helps you to design the blueprints and create templates and generate the question papers. This is also being used by many medical colleges and other than medical colleges across the country. And the third part of it is digitization of the student's logbook and the skill certification. So that these are the three technologies put together gives you a comprehensive solution for implementing the CBME and CBA. Uh, I will now share my screen and just quickly tell you what exactly we are trying to demonstrate to you today. So since today's focus of this discussion is showing you the blueprinting technology, I am directly going to jump on this and ask Rishikesh to start the demo using the live product. So this is the blueprint that one can generate here. You can define there how many questions, what should be the maximum uh, weightage of a question that you want to see in a question paper. Let's say you want 25 questions in a question paper of 100 marks, let's say. So these are the top level three parameters that have to be set. After that, you may want to define the distribution of the type of questions, MCQs, LAQs, SAQs, and SAQs. And once this part is over, then you can also define difficulty levels. This distribution is also one of the parameters you can or criteria you can set. And then based on what the subject is or the course is, the content areas are populated automatically. Since this is anatomic question paper, I guess, or community medicine, this is the distribution for the topics, content areas. And this is also pretty flexible. So you can define so many parameters or the conditions for you to generate the blueprint. And then this blueprint is taken by the system as an input and then generate multiple possibilities of the templates. So this, because here the algorithm is very complex that we have designed here. It's almost like a patent that we should file actually. And as the algorithm runs, it may choose a specific type of question, but it will also have to look at the difficulty levels. It will also have to look at the weightages and also have to look at that it should not cross 10 marks. Right? So many conditions. And the moment the distribution is over, then it should choose the next type of questions, right? So many conditions have to be met. So system can give you multiple templates, and these templates uh, is the precursor to going ahead with the generation of the question paper. For example, this is a one of the question papers. I'm sorry, the template that system has generated. It doesn't show you the actual question, but the attributes or the tags that are associated with a question are shown here. So this is how system has designed a template. If you choose this, system will look for relevant questions matching these attributes and generate the question paper. Now, this is one of the templates I am showing you. Other template could be like this. So there is some adjustment of the choices made by the system here. Now, under rightmost side, it shows you whether the question is available in the question bank. If you wish to go ahead with this, it also tells you. If it is not there, then obviously you have to add that. If you want to still stick to the same template. So you have to add that question which is missing, and then system will generate the question paper. So this is a very short, quick overview of what exactly we are trying to show you today. So I would now request Rishikesh to go ahead. So Dr. Bedi, would you please allow Rishikesh to share his screen?
I have
Yes.
made I have made him the co-host.
Okay,
so he can share screen.
awesome. So the part, I mean, the audience can anytime, stop us, ask the questions. We would love to address those. Go ahead, Rishikesh.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible. You are clear.
So yeah, so I will directly go ahead with the live demo. I will now going to log in with the Blueprint Creator. So once Blueprint Creator logs in, Blueprint Creator can add a new blueprint with parameters like blueprint name. Right now I have blueprint with me, which is anatomy paper 2. So I will go ahead with that. Blueprint Creator can select program, the batch, term, and these are the course list. And based on this course selection, at the bottom, these content areas, the topics will reflect. Right now I have selected anatomy paper 1. So the duration can be in a minute. Right now, user don't want to take questions in the question paper more than 10 marks, and question count 14. Total marks of question paper will be 80. System allow user to distribute marks according to the marks as well as percentage. So I will go ahead with percentage 1. And system allowing this blueprint creator to distribute marks according to the question type. So we have multiple types with us: MCQ, long essay, short essay questions, long answer question, and short answer questions. So according to this total marks, user can divide the marks according to the question type. So, and based on the, as per the NMC document, in the question paper, it should be 20% question should be on difficult questions. So out of total marks, user is providing 20% to difficult question, and 65 marks user can divide into medium or easy level. So based on the blueprint which I have currently, I will go ahead with that. So this is a blueprint with me, and you can see the content area wise, topic wise distribution of marks. So I will give those marks here. So according to user requirement, user can provide the distribution. Once all these criteria are filled, then user can save this blueprint. So now current blueprint is visible at the top, and all the conditions are defined by the blueprint creator, that in the question paper, based on the marks which given by the blueprint creator, and the distribution given for the question type, difficulty level, content areas. So based on these criteria, system will now on the action of template generation, system will now show some possible templates based on the criteria as defined by the blueprint creator. So now system is generating some possible templates based on the questions available in the question banks, which are created and uploaded by the question bank author. So now for this particular blueprint, system generated near about 20 templates. At the right hand side, you can see in the bubble that blueprint creator define 14 question he want in a question paper. So system is showing 14 out of 14. In some cases, the question count may vary. And for some template, system is showing 13 out of 14 because for that template, one question is missing. So this blueprint creator, he itself can add that particular question. And once these attributes filled and say submit this question, then in this bubble, system will show 14 out of 14 questions are available. Then this blueprint creator can use this template to generate a question paper. So I will go ahead with the healthy scenario that I have one template with me which is showing 14 out of 14, and these are the parameters of that blueprint. So user like this template, so user will now generate and before generating question paper, system allows user to preview this question paper format, but the actual question will not be visible here. Other parameters can see by this user that first question will be on head and neck, which is on these competencies like that. So before printing of question paper, user can preview the format of that paper or structure of that paper. So to print, user can click on this generate question paper, and now my question paper is generated. If user want to create sets of question paper of same templates, then this user needs to click on this button multiple times. So now for the printing of question paper, we have given different role for that due to security purpose.
So
So
essentially, the blueprint creator could be a department user, and then this user should not see what the actual question paper that got generated. So now Rishikesh will have to log in, as a user from the examination department, who has the access to the generated question papers.
so user logs in now, and these are some general instruction of printing. And in the list, user will able to see all the previously generated question paper, and at the top our current paper with the date and time. User can refer that, and this is how final generated question paper will look like. So according to the conditions mentioned by the blueprint creator, system generated this question paper.
So as you can see, you can edit the question as well, just to just eliminate some minor errors that you might notice, or let's say if there was an image in it, then you may want to adjust the size, or if it is not legible, you may want to replace it, whatever, right? So for that purpose, this final edit is allowed here. This header footer, you can obviously configure the way you want, the logo and instructions and everything. This is pretty much highly configurable. So this is the way you can just generate the question paper. If you wish to log these questions, you can choose the button over there, so that these questions will not get picked up by the system for next 1 year or so, based on the kind of configuration parameter that you have set there, either 1 year or 2 years. If you do not want to log, then simply press the left side button and then generate the question paper. Yeah. So that's the process. Now here, obviously you require a question bank to generate this question paper. And but if you want to start from the scratch, I mean, you don't have, let's say, questions in the question bank, then there is one of the ways that our customers have used this system with is, um, they kept the question banks fully kind of an empty, and they generated possible blueprints and the possible templates in advance for the forthcoming exams. And that automatically defined a target for the authors to add the questions in the question bank. So it's a kind of target driven questions designing that they initiated, and then they successfully started. Then later on, obviously, the question banks became healthier and healthier in the as it started. They started using the system. So that's one of the ways of initiating this usage of this product. Another is that if you have last 3-4 years question papers, which you have already published, and let's say some your questions are in the form of some Excel sheets or Word document, any digitized format. We can help you to scrape all those questions. With your help, we can map these parameters and we will, as a one-time service, we can upload all these questions to those respective question banks of all those courses, and then you can start. That's also one of the ways of starting the usage of it. So now we can show you how organically the authors of the question banks can generate the questions. There are multiple ways of generating the questions. So this could be a user, any user who has an access to a question bank as an author. So the access could be restricted to only this person. If you want some external faculty or member also to contribute, you can allow that access as well. It's entirely up to you who should access which question bank. So this is the view of the question bank. You can see that there is a question text above, and then these are the attributes of these questions. Each question is given a unique ID, and there are statuses. So draft means that this faculty member, this author, is still in the process of designing this question. Approved means those are already validated by someone in your institute, and then those are tagged as approved ones. So questions will be picked up by the system, only those that are approved, flagged as approved. The rest of the questions will not be touched by the system. And in addition to that, if you are locking the question, if it gets asked in one of the question papers, then regardless of whether it was approved, it will not get picked up. So that's how the system is going to use these question banks. So you can show how a question is added by a faculty member, a previously added question, and then typically. So this is how the parameters, the attributes are defined at the top. Then followed by that, there is a question text. And then below that, you can also add model answer. You can separately print the answer sheet and separately print the question paper, obviously. So that's also one of the functionalities. And then if you want to add the question, a new question, you can see that since this is anatomy, we have masters of content areas, competencies, subtopics. These masters will be uploaded by us by default, but you can always kind of update those content areas in the masters based on your requirement. You can add or edit. So for all those courses of all the phases, we have the masters, and those will get pre-populated when you start using it. Difficulty levels obviously is a global parameter. Type of questions are global parameters. So those remain common for all the courses, obviously. The importance. And then you can, using this rich text editor, you can insert images, mathematical equations, or insert the links to that takes them to some external, if it is online. Otherwise, it can be just printed. Image plus mathematical formula. You can simply copy paste the image here. You do not have to even use that feature over there. So this is the way you can add the new question, and we can also, we can also add, upload the questions using the templates. So the beauty of these templates, you can show the template now. Yeah, sorry. So another important feature is about similarity index. So if a question already exists which matches the new question that is being added by the teacher, it highlights the similarity index. And you can set the kind of this parameter similarity index. You can set, if you set it, let's say 20%, then it's very hard. Basically, even if the system finds that 20% words are matching with the new question being added, it will not allow that system, I mean the author, to add it. So if you want to just soften it, make it more flexible, you can set it to, let's say, more than 70-80%, and then system will allow adding that question, even if the text matches to an extent of 80%, for example. So this is how the questions could be. This is to avoid duplication and similarity of the question papers, questions being added there. Another, this, so should we show now the template, Rishikesh?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So once to add questions in a bulk, you can use this question bank template, and the question bank template will look like this. All the parameters will be mentioned in the column wise, and each row is for single question. So question bank author can add n number of rows here to add multiple questions, and same those fields will be
These
auto pop.
masters are automatically populated. That's the beauty of this template. So somebody who is adding the question for, let's say, community medicine or biochemistry, they'll get biochemistry or those specific masters here.
Yeah, same
Topic.
for the topics and subtopics. Once this question bank template is filled, then question bank author can upload this template using upload option, and those uploaded question will be goes into approve state. So those question will be available for a question paper generation process. So this is how a user can create or add questions in the question bank.
So any questions? So we are actually more or less more, we have completed the demonstration of this
Yeah, I
technology.
think in chat box more multiple questions are there. Sir.
So this is yeah, there was some issue with my audio. I think that got resolved. Question bank, there is a question by Dr. Anjana, and question bank will have to be exhaustive is the question. I answered that. I think that, you it all depends on, what blueprint you would design. If you don't have the exhaustive question bank, then based on that, you can plan what parameters to set in the blueprint, right? Um, I also shared a scenario, a use case of, how one of our customers started using it by designing the blueprints for the question for the exams that are going to happen in next 6 to 8 months, and that generated the demand for the type of questions to be added. So it's kind of one of the ways to add the question. So you don't have to then um, first build exhaustive question bank and only then start using it. And another use case I shared was about scraping all your old questions, tagging those properly and uploading it using these templates. And then you can start with some 500 or plus questions in the question bank. That's also a possibility. Um, MCQs could be case-based, yes. Dr. Yogesh Nerkar, I didn't understand what question you have. If you could elaborate on that, it would be great. Another question by Dr. Manisha is, can we generate the question paper depending on the competencies? So question papers, blueprint, you can see, you have seen that it doesn't have direct map, kind of mention, condition for the competencies. Essentially, there are parameters such as content areas, type of questions, difficulty levels, and also the, I would say, knowledge domains you can set there. And system, so when you generate the questions in the question paper, question banks, you can tag the competencies as we have shown in the demo. So based on the blueprint parameters, system will pick the relevant questions which is tagged to those relevant competencies. But you cannot directly define the competencies while designing the blueprint. Dr. Sulekha is asking how to get a demo in the institute. So you can reach out to me. My email ID is ajay@inpods.com, which is mentioned here by Dr. Yogesh Nerkar. Um, we can organize this demo for your institute separately.
Ajay, you can unmute yourself. I have muted everyone. Now all of you can unmute yourself.
Okay. So there's a
So
question
you
by
can
Dr.
ask questions directly.
Okay, awesome. So I'm reading a question by Dr. Sunita. How to know whether our question paper is balanced or not? So that is a product of your blueprint designing, right? And balancing, I would like to understand balancing in the context of what? I mean, in the
I mean,
context of
balancing means that in the blueprint, she has defined certain criteria that this much should be given to this chapter, this much weightage to this chapter. And the blueprint has got certain criteria beforehand.
right. So that
And
is the
then when
weightage
you
that
create the question paper, then
right.
it
So
has to be according to those criteria.
absolutely, it will reflect the content weightages that you have defined there. But let's say over a period of time, system also the system generates some analytics which is part of our CBME module, which shows you whether or not there is enough balance that is achieved by the blueprint generators over a period of time. So it shows you whether certain um, kind of content areas or topics are getting over tested or not, or not tested enough. Likewise, the top level goals. Let's say if you have defined systems as your top level goals, then whether certain systems are getting over tested or under tested, that kind of analysis is constantly being generated by the system, and that is a function of our CBME technology. Another question is, do we have a trial access? Yes, we can generate trial access for you. If you could reach out to me at ajay@inpods.com. I'll retype my email address if you want. Then we can initiate this process of trial access. Cost of the software, we will explain you during the demos. I wouldn't like to kind of share that here, but it is kept at the very reasonable level and it is affordable by a medical college definitely. This is not available on the Play Store because this is a web browser based application. It doesn't have a mobile app. Another question Dr. Siraj has is, do every user has to create his or her own question bank? Yes, I answered this question. I mean, similar questions earlier as well. So yes, that is having a question bank is mandatory, whether it has to be there from the beginning or not. That's a strategic decision the institute can take and use the product. Any university, yes, there are health sciences universities, Dr. Anuradha, that are already using this product, including the other products of imports, CBME analytics, as well as the uh, skill evaluation application. There are no more questions that are typed here, but please let me know if there are any.
And anyone who
One more
wants
question.
to ask can unmute yourself also.
Yeah. One more question is by Dr. Venugopal is how will we validate the question? So validity of the question, obviously it's a responsibility of the author as well as there is a role of reviewer as well. So in tandem, they have to make sure that the quality of the questions are good. However, this is the current state of it. Over a period of time, we will be adding artificial intelligence in it to support you with uh, kind of, this improving the quality of the questions. Dr. Srinidhi, thank you for your kind words. This is highly tried and tested product. There is nothing, no theory in this, and hundreds of question papers are being generated by um, medical colleges as well as other than medical colleges.
So there's a question on cost, but I think you will have to write an email to Mr.
Yes,
Bhagwat.
I will respond to you with a proper proposal, which will have all the information about what product features are and the the cost of it. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Suchitra. Dr. Ahmed is asking, is it available now to subscribe? Any link? Actually, this is not subscription. I mean, you cannot directly subscribe to it. If you could send an email to me, Dr. Ahmed, I will initiate the demo access to you. So Rishikesh will kind of, take care of those requests reaching out to us. Dr. Kalpana is asking, maximum marks for LQ is 10 marks. Can this be changed? Yeah, absolutely. This is all the function of blueprint designing and questions designing. So the beauty of this platform is that it provides you a consistent way of designing the question papers. Individually, you all may be excellent in designing the question papers, but you cannot vouch on others' ability to ensure that the question papers is in considering all these conditions that we normally want to be seen in a question paper, and that too consistently, exam after exam. And if there are many formative assessments, if you are conducting and generating the question papers, so that kind of manual efforts that are to be taken by the teachers could be easily eliminated. Besides, if there is a churn in the faculty members, your system is there, and then that will ensure the quality of the question papers, because it's a process that is already in place. So it doesn't matter whether it is X or Y who is using it. Dr. Raja is asking whether the question banks are available. We can make those available from our content partners if you wish us to do that as well, but it is doable. Dr. Kalpana is asking, can student access this for their performance? Not this question bank product, but the other product which we have, they can access their own competencies. Dr. Srinidhi is asking, will you have a database of questions yeah. I mean, I just answered this through the help of from our content partner. We can make the questions also available for you. Okay, Dr. Manisha, I can just quickly show you what that product is. I think it's better to quickly show 50,000 feet overview I can give you. I'll share my screen and we can have a detailed demo whenever you want later on. So essentially, you require, my screen is visible now. You can design the framework of CBME in our product. You can define the top level goals such as systems and then map your courses and their competencies to the top level goals, right? So these are the competencies which obviously come from the NMC document, but these competencies have to be mapped to the top level goals. And this is a place that you can use to define the SLOs. This is a collaborative workplace. Multiple authors can add uh, the content over here in this box. And it can be, there is a workflow there, small workflow for accepting, rejecting it. Once that part is over, you can do the assessment design, which we have seen already. So this is the way the question paper is can be seen in the CBME technology. The click of the question paper that you generated is created automatically for the CBME analysis. And then once this design part is over, you can see, this is the way every student's performance is tracked. These are the competencies here, and these are each row is a student. This is average performance, and this is their students' performance with respect to the questions asked related to these competencies. You can clearly see that there is a hotspot here. Most of the students are failing to perform as per the desired levels for these competencies. So this is a very powerful feedback that we give to the teachers immediately as the assessment starts happening and the grade book starts flowing in here. We used Dreyfus model to analyze the competencies of the students. Now, that was a course-specific analysis that I had shown you in the earlier screen. So data from all the courses flow upwards to the top level goals. And this is the overall performance of the student. This is a profile of the student in a way, right? And here also you can see spot the areas which are of concern to the institute, right? And then remedial actions are necessary to be taken here based on the feedback that is offered by the system here. So this is the kind of high level view that we generate, as well as detailed view of every exam assessment that is conducted. Uh, and students also get the access. For example, the student will have access to his or her specific competencies for every course, as well as the overall performance which we showed. This is the skill eval app that we have designed. So teacher can uh, choose the competency to be certified. These checklists are also either pre-populated by us, or we can take your checklists, which the teacher can open and tick the steps which are taken by the students correctly. And this rubric will help the teachers to take a call whether the student is exceeding the expectations or not. And on that, if the grading is done by the uh, this is the student's skill profile that is getting generated over here. So number of attempts given to the students are also captured here. If a reattempt was to be given, if the student was below the expectation in those earlier attempts. So that's the way the profile gets generated. So that's the overall kind of, this is very big, sorry, the high level overview of the products. Uh, if you have time, I can always show you some other features also quickly. If you want, I can take you down to that. So this is the assignment level analysis. So after conducting an assignment, this is the kind of data that we can share with you. So this is the question. These are the questions asked in this assignment, and this is how each question is kind of performed by all the students in this cohort. Right? This is the distribution based on these buckets, and so this can be an input for your student logbook as well. Then, if you want to find out what is the problem with this competency PH 1.4. 67% students are failing to perform there. So here the next report can tell you about, if you filter 1.4, these are the students who are below the performance target. And then at the bottom, you'll get the overall attainment of these competencies. Likewise, these are the topics. Based on the topics also, we give you the performance analysis. This is the input that I was referring to earlier to answer a question related to balancing of the question paper. So this shows you whether you are over testing or under testing certain competencies here. So this can be a feedback to your uh, question blueprint setter. Likewise, whether certain systems are over tested or under tested, that's the kind of balancing check of balance can be done. This is the level of competencies, right, in related to the questions asked in this assignment. And this is the graphical view of the competency attainment for the questions asked in this assignment. So you can clearly see that these two competencies are having some problem. If you had conducted, let's say, formative assessment which had MCQs only, we give you the item analysis in this manner. And we show you discrimination index as well, non-functional distractors, as well as item difficulty. This is the kind of analysis we provide you. This is also kind of, already being used by some of the medical colleges in our country. This is the aggregate attainment analysis based on these criteria and the graphical representation of the same data. And then this is the report I showed you earlier already. This is pharmacology, and these are the students and their performance. And this data from all the subjects go upwards to the top level goals, which are also tracked here. You can find out, drill down by using by selecting a system and find out how many courses were mapped to that system and their students' performance with respect to that. So now this UI is further being improved by us. I will just share my whole screen and show you my browser. So let's say this is Dr. Ramesh Joshi is teaching anatomy. So this is the overall performance of the students in anatomy with respect to the competencies of anatomy. And then if the teacher wants to go to a specific assignment, there could be multiple assignments, right? Let's say anatomy 1. So you get the complete analysis of, so 248 students attempted this assignment. And this is the overall performance of the students. This appears to be a problem. 146 students could not attend AN 47.8. So some the students who could not fail to score, kind of meet the requirements for one or more competencies. This is the list. And they are the top performers, bottom performers in this assignment only. Now, if you want to go to some other assignment, apply the filter and take the. And for the HODs and the deans, there are separate dashboards created by us. They get the complete overall performance analysis of the complete batch of the students. So this is the kind of UI that is coming up now, which creates a kind of abstraction layer. If the teachers don't have to, understand various features of the CBME product, then they don't have to kind of worry about that. They have to just log in here and make use of the analysis without worrying about how the data is coming, how the mapping is done, so and so for them. And if they want to go deeper, obviously they can log into that system and find out other things. So this is our CBME product. So CBME product plus our blueprinting product gives you a complete solution for CBME. Any questions on this? Dr. Arum has a question. Dr. Jansi, evaluated by faculty and marks uploaded will be analyzed by the software. Yeah, exactly. This is what is done right now by the product. And Dr. Suchitra, thank you so much for your kind words. Dr. Rupa is asking, will answer keys be made available to whom? To the those who are evaluators? Then the answer is yes. So separately, you can print the answer sheet, which will have all the keys.
So any more questions, anyone? Well, thank you, Ajay. It was really nice. I saw this develop over the years, and now it has really matured.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I mean, it's practically being used by the medical colleges. So, and there's not.
Which colleges have it already?
See, essentially, our largest customer is Manipal. There are 5 colleges are using it. Devraj,
Okay,
yeah, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Bengaluru, St. John.
okay.
I mean, certain trial. I mean, the discussions are in advanced stages at St. John and other such renowned institutions across the country.
Uh,
One question is by Dr. Rupa is, can it assess reflective writing for EdCom and narratives? So actually the product that we are now further enhancing is, you have seen the screenshots of our skill evaluation applications, right? So we are right now designing additional features to address these kind of students logbook requirements. One question is by Dr. Kalpan. Can this be shared in different institute of same university? Yes, absolutely. So it's entirely flexible. Even a specific department can use it if they want separately and pay for it. Dr. Siraj is asking, any possibility of auto evaluation by rubrics addition for the product available even for the theory questions? Uh, the technology has grown to this level now. The large language models are now allowing this kind of auto evaluation now possible. So yes, the answer is yes. Right now we have not implemented this, but then now technology has grown to this level now. Earlier, until the last year, I would have answered this question as no. But if somebody is ready to kind of work with us, willing to take that cost burden as well shared at least, then we can implement these features for you. Definitely. We have the capability of technology innovation like this, and we can do it. We'll have to work together, and then it will be a research project, but the cost will have to be then shared by us. That is the only thing. So generally this question is coming now in our demos, but it has to be practical and win-win for both. Then we can implement this technology.
any more questions? So thank you, Ajay. It was a really nice demonstration, and how an eye opener for the times to come. And congratulations to you for this hard work you have put in into this creating this software over the years. Uh, we are sure that in times to come it will make a difference in the medical education system of India. So can we end it? Now,
Yeah. That,
thank you.
thank you very much for your kind words, Dr. Bedi, and giving us this opportunity to present our technology to uh, the audience. Thanks a lot.